We would play that for hours every day.
Hours every day.
The only problem is it had lots of game issues where like the game would freeze and the disc got eventually bad because I don't know whether it just got like worn out.
Remember, and then it corrupted one of our pocket drives.
Yeah.
It deleted all of our data on a pocket drive.
Yeah.
It's like, whoops.
If they're gonna...
That idea was cool, though. Your memory card was a little game. Yeah. Because I remember I got the Ruby see-through thing, and it came with the special Ruby pocket drive that you could actually play on. Or you get the regular shitty pocket drives that weren't actual games. Like, you'd always put them in the back slot because they were...
Yeah, they were just for basically extra memory.
And then, remember, our one things got stuck in the back slot, and you could never take them out?
Yep, it's like, that's your new home now.
Yeah, but guess you're staying there forever, buddy. But yeah, man. Yeah.
They have to they should re-release that for like...
Re-release the whole entire Dreamcast, buddy. We should get a Dreamcast thingy going on here. Can you?
Maybe, but I'll have to look into that.
Those ISOs, man.
The Dreamcast had a lot of actually...
good ideas. It had it online.
It had actually a lot of good games.
The portal's right there.
It had a lot of good games. It's just that a lot of the time the Dreamcast itself wasn't very well made. So there would be a lot of like issues. Oh, I can't read the disc; it's too far away.
I'm pretty sure we had multiple Dreamcasts. I think we had.
Yeah.
I think our first one conked out.
Yeah, our first one just went.
And then I think we picked up another one at like Stuff or something like that, and that's the one we still have around here somewhere. We pulled it out that one time. It ran like 2 games.
Yeah, because all of our games are either the Dreamcast won't read them, or we have to spend 20 hours to try to get it to read them.
Yeah, dude, I was so mad that we tried to get Gauntlet working and it couldn't work.
And then Gauntlet just got like so old and worn out. I think the reader itself might have scratched it, or we might have like just were incredibly careless with the disc, but it had like multiple scratches on it.
We only have like 3 games that work anymore still. It's like Time Stalkers, Jet Set Radio, and Power Stone.
Yeah.
And we used to have like 30 games, like Crazy Taxi. And, I don't know. I missed the Dreamcast. I thought that was probably my favorite console from my childhood.
Yeah, it had a lot of actually surprisingly good games.
Yeah, and I mean a lot of surprisingly like. Back then, we didn't really know like what game was considered good and what game was like Time Stalkers. Like now, you'd never buy a game like Time Stalkers, like because it had like literally like you just go to the store and be like, oh hey, what's this game? Yeah, I'll buy it.
No one would because it was basically an underdog kind of game. Like no one would buy it because it's not like it's from a big brand name and it was a game that did things differently.
Yeah, it's like Amped. I mean, it's like you don't go to the store and be like, I'm gonna buy Amped now. Like, nobody buys Amped.
I'm gonna buy Amped. Call of Duty, who needs that?
I was just saying, everybody's gonna go buy the Call of Duty because that's the big thing. It's like, you know. So, like, games like Time Stalkers, which we never would have ever played, are like one of our favorite games because they were actually rather good. But then, you know, there's something like Xbox. We had a lot of fun in the original Xbox, the Ultimate.
So, how much do you want to say?
Barring Fusion Frenzy. What?
How much do you want to bet that the top comment on this is, what the heck is Time Stalkers?
No, what is a Time Stalker? What are they doing with my face? That was a good game. That was a really hard game. I remember how hard that game was. Like that forest.
It was actually one of those games where it was hard once you didn't know how things worked, but you could exploit it easily once you did.
Well, yeah, but learning how things work was ridiculously hard, especially since we were kids. But, like, the difficulty jump from, like, the first dungeon to, like, the dark forest when you switch characters, too. Oh, my God. But, yeah, look up Time Stalkers. That game's flipping awesome.
It was also one of those games where, oh, you get a little stronger via equipment on your levels, because your levels were set dungeon to dungeon.
Yeah.
So it was kind of annoying. It was kind of fun that way.
Well, yeah, because you could never, like, per se, like... I mean, I like grinding, but you can never outgrind the next dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
You can outgear it, but you can never outgrind it.
So a lot of the times I would just usually, like, skip a few floors and then fight a big fight and then gain, like, 20 levels from that.
Mm-hmm. Which I thought was a cool system. I like the fact that it reset every time.
You would also...
And also, too, you could leave the dungeon and you keep your levels. It doesn't reset until you clear the dungeon. That should be noted.
Mm-hmm. There's also kind of worked like your monsters would get progressively stronger because monsters from later dungeons, even though they're the same type of monsters, would be stronger than like the same monster from the first dungeon.
Yeah. Which was nice. Oh, hey, there's Kim.
Yeah.
Yay!
We don't fight her quite here yet because the walls aren't green, so we can't fight here.
Yeah, okay, it's not acceptable. Green walls are the only way to fight.
Yes, because it goes great with your Digibeetle.
What are some games that we played on Xbox? See, this problem though, it's like Xbox and like all that stuff. Like, we never really had games that like we can think of like a handful of games.
I don't think we had very many Xbox exclusive games either.
Yeah. Like, I mean, like, we had Halo and stuff like that, and we had Halo 2 until our Xbox went all Predator Vision on us.
What was that one game where you were, like, robots, like Mech Warrior, was it?
Oh, the
I
one
used
where
to play that
the
all
one
the
the one where you were, like, the little mech robot, and, like... Oh, no! Mech Warrior? Yeah. Mech Assault, was it?
Mech Warrior, Mech Assault... People will probably correct us.
Yeah. It was the one where, you could go into the one dust map and fly up into the air and get on...
Yeah.
Seriously, everybody would do that on that map. They'd pick that small-ass little robot, and that's where everybody would go just to exploit out the map.
I'd play that game online for hours.
Yeah. I remember that's where I got my first online language lesson. And then I learned that half the words that were being told to me...
And then you now know the origins of Xbox Live,
and then I remember not knowing that half those words were bad words, and I decided to repeat them in front of our mother. And
great choice.
A scolding soon did commence with soap.
I don't know of any other very many Xbox exclusives we had.
Just like Kung Fu Chaos. We had Fusion Frenzy. I think we rented that. But see, also too, like, think of games like back when we were kids and like how easily addicted we got to them. Like Gauntlet, Dark Legacy. Playing Gauntlet, Dark Legacy now, even though it's still, I'm sure, amazing game, probably be a lot worse than when we played as kids.
Yeah, because we'd probably be a lot more forgiving than when we were. Oh, we opened this chest, death came out. Oh, well, I guess we'll just try again.
Oh, that's so silly.
I guess we'll just try again.
And now we'd be like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, really, game? Like, I've gotten death 3 chests in a row. Death was scary, man. It scared the crap out of you. You could kill him, though.
Yeah, with magic.
Yeah, but you just needed to... They didn't tell you that, of course. But,
yeah, I think they did, actually, and I don't think death directly killed you. I think he just, like, sapped your health. And
he did something. I don't know.
I don't think he directly
I know he'd steal your food, I know that.
Red Warrior needs food badly,
Green Jester needs food badly. Green Jester's about to die. Blue Warrior has gotten the food.
I'd always play a caster or a jester.
Yeah, I'd always play Blue Warrior or Valkyrie. Yellow Valkyrie. What's my name? There's a cat.
I would always play Green Jester or like Egyptian Yellow Sorcerer.
Yellow Egyptian Sorcerer of Death. Yeah. I did like how they were different, like style.
Yeah.
Like besides the color, they were different styles.
That was a nice little cosmetic choice.
Yeah. Like blue was more like a medieval like armory, and then like red was more like barbarian kind of looking, and green was like.
I forget what green's thing was.
Yellow was like Egyptian, I know that. Because those Egyptian levels were hard as hell. I remember those. Then you have to fight that Sphinx thing at the end of one of them.
I also remember spending a lot of time just getting grinding on the first dragon, like going to another level, getting tri-shot.
Oh yeah.
And then shoot, then he dies instantly.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, and then remember what was it? We farmed in that one like hell level where it had the infinite spawning guys that came out of the pools in the middle of the map. Jesus, we were probably there. We were there for like 2 or 3 hours. Anyways, Digimon World 2. Just saying.
Digimon.
I used to love that Digimon, by the way. Electamon.
Yeah. Wasn't that used to be your favorite Digimon?
Yeah, it used to be my favorite Digimon, I believe. Because he evolved into something really cool too.
I think Digimon was 1. He became Leomon or Diggertramon.
Yeah, he evolved.
He actually became that, I do believe.
Oh, Narwhalmon.
Yes, Narwhalmon.
What is he called? Whalemon?
Diggertramon.
Oh, Narwhalmon. Diggertramon.
It's either Diggertramon or Diggertramon.
But yeah, PlayStation 2.
Because one of them has a squiggly mustache and one of them has a curly mustache. So you can tell them apart.
I remember we didn't have a PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2 was one of the few consoles we didn't get the day it came out.
Yeah,
And
we had one.
We had
our older brother's
friend bring over the PlayStation 2,
and then we would play Final Fantasy 10 for hours.
Yeah, we'd sneak into that room while they were sleeping because they'd stay up way later than us, and we'd play Final Fantasy 10 with no sound.
We also had Jack and Daxter.
Jack and Daxter, yeah. And then we got ours eventually a few months later, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And with from Blockbuster, or no, our parents bought it from somewhere, and then right when we got home from school, it took us to Blockbuster.
Yeah, it's like I got a PlayStation 2 game.
Two things we rented: Final Fantasy 10 and State of Emergency. Only good game we rented: Final Fantasy 10. State of Emergency, so much. The only thing it had going for it was the fact it was made by Rockstar, and our older brother played Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2 beforehand, so he knew.
He knew those guys called Rockstar. I sometimes played their video games.
Every now and again. What did we get at GameCube? GameCube launch, at least Luigi's Mansion and Star Wars Rogue Squadron.
Yeah, once we got GameCube exactly when it's launched, and we got it with Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Xbox. Original Xbox. We didn't get when it launched because we had the choice between the Xbox and the GameCube. We picked the GameCube. And honestly, I think we picked the right decision, even though the GameCube is considered a failure. I think.
Really?
Yeah, I don't really think it sold that well.
Really?
Compared to the Xbox. And no, both of those two sold horribly compared to the PlayStation 2.
Well, I wouldn't have it any other way, because Luigi's Mansion is amazing.
That was a good game. We played that a lot. We also played, what else did we play a lot on GameCube? Super Mario Sunshine.
Yeah.
A lot.
I wish I still had that, honestly, so I could play it on the Wii.
Wind Waker. I remember playing Wind Waker.
I don't think... Yeah, you got that Zelda game.
Yeah. That Zelda game? You mean Wind Waker?
No,
or
like
the Four Sword ones?
The collection of, like, it was Ocarina of Time and Wind Waker, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, they had the Zelda collection thing. It was like Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask on GameCube.
And we used to,
and we also had Wind Waker, and we also had Four Swords.
Yeah, and I tried to get everyone to play Four Swords all the time, and then we eventually sat down and beat it.
But hey, best games, hand down, on GameCube. Animal Crossing, Crystal Chronicles.
Crystal Chronicles was fun. It was just a hassle to get. Also, I got another copy of Crystal Chronicles. Yeah. It doesn't work.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that. We also got what was the other? Super Monkey Ball.
Yeah, I got
another copy of
that, and that doesn't work. Those two fun games I really like to play don't work, of course.
Yeah, Super Monkey Ball. We played that forever. Now we're gonna have to get a GameCube
at some point
legally and purchase these games legally.
Yes, I do enjoy purchasing.
I do enjoy going down to my local game store and buying games locally.
I do enjoy a take of capitalism now and again.
Every now and again, I enjoy a small dosage of legitimate purchasing. But yeah, PlayStation 2, what do we got? Final Fantasy 10, we talked about. Resident Evil Outbreak, remember how...
Oh yes, I love that one too.
Yeah. Remember when it was Resident Evil Online, and like, it's like, there's over like 70 levels, and then like, you get the actual game, and it only had like 5 levels, but you're still like, oh my god, this game is awesome!
It was so fun.
And you had, remember you had to buy that one like, extension thing on your PlayStation 2 to like, connect it to the internet?
Yeah.
So you could play, it came out with like Final Fantasy 11. Final Fantasy 11 was a good game. I don't know if nobody liked it.
That's the online one, isn't it?
Yeah, Final Fantasy 11, the online one. It was really hard, I guess, so that's probably why.
Yeah, it's really rough starting out. I don't know.
Because I think we didn't play till after we played World of Warcraft, and we're just like, oh my god.
Well, that was one.
And they're like, World of Warcraft is so casual compared to this, and everybody's like, oh no, Vanilla's so hardcore, bro. No, it's pretty damn casual compared to EverQuest Online Adventures. Jesus. All right, here we go. I was gonna say, go ahead and just nerdgasm all over about EverQuest.
I'll just try to keep this brief. It's my favorite MMO ever.
And your favorite game ever.
Probably not my favorite game.
What's your favorite game ever?
The problem is, I'm not good once you put me on the spot. Like
I can never think of my favorite game ever.
So I'm going to say it's my favorite MMO ever, favorite PlayStation 2 game, stuff like that. But favorite
game involving high elves, orcs. Favorite game involving hydromancers. favorite game involving multiple class quests.
Can I get back to my spiel?